Another look at the forecast. Demetrius is here. You need an umbrella and like full rain gear today.
Right. or a call off, right? This is a good day to just, watch it from the couch, right? All right, so what we're seeing across the region right now, the rain was or has been heaviest in the areas that have the deeper colors there. So the reds, as you get, I'd say in the portions near Janesville, near Lake Geneva, you'll see that in a minute. And also in portions of central Cook County, hit us during rush hour. National Weather Service issued a flood advisory for central Cook County. That's going to be allowed to expire, I think, in about 10 minutes. We're just not seeing additional heavy rain in that area. We do have some of the more moderate rain, which is just off Lake County, Illinois. Lake County, Indiana is starting to clear out also, but LaPorte and Porter counties are seeing showers and thunderstorms. There will be more thunderstorms in the forecast, but this is not going to be a continuous rain today. It's going to be off and on. As a matter of fact, if we get some sunshine, and it's possible that we could get some sun cutting through these clouds, then we'll see showers and thunderstorms redevelop. So be prepared for that. As we get into this evening, late evening, maybe a line of showers and thunderstorms redeveloping again. Our primary threats in terms of severe weather, I think, would be strong gusty winds. The potential for wind gusts certainly over 20 miles per hour. And then as we get into tonight, the potential for some heavy rain. So we are on the lookout for that later tonight and also into early tomorrow. Here's how much rain we've seen. Lake Geneva, Wisconsin, over an inch. Elsewhere in Chicago, we've seen very close to that. Soldier Field has seen 3/4 of an inch. As you look towards Air Force Academy High School on South Side, 7/10 of an inch. And River Forest, you've seen just about a ½ inch. Look from Edgewater does show, certainly some wave action there with winds coming off the east. And also we're looking at mixed conditions with off and on showers and thunderstorms. You're not really going to get the waves, at least not yet, on the other side of Lake Michigan, but they are promising to pick up into tonight. There's your shot right there. I love this. This is the postcard for today. It kind of shows you what we have in store. We have a low cloud deck. We have obviously the rain, which is really let up here downtown. Be on the lookout for some pooling or ponding water. Certainly probably not flooded bridges, flooded viaducts and things like that, but maybe some standing water there, which is never fun to drive through. So be on the lookout for that. 65 degrees, your current temperature. Winds out of the east-southeast at 6 miles per hour. We're at 66 now, Chicago. Same deal, Waukegan. Into Midway, we're up to 67, and down to Bartlett, we're at 68. So we do have temperatures which haven't moved much. I got us going into the low 70s this afternoon. That's about it. 71 now, Kankakee. Morris at 69 right now into Valparaiso. These are rain-cooled numbers, of course. You saw the rain in northwest Indiana. Valparaiso is at 64. Peru is currently 71. That's the hot spot. Winds out of the south-southeast now, between 5 and up to 15 miles per hour. I expect wind gusts up to about 15, 20 miles per hour today, probably stronger into tonight and tomorrow. There's that low-pressure system that continues to spin out to our west. It's going to linger, folks, into today and tonight, off and on, scattered showers and potentially some thunderstorms for today. We could dry out for a long stretch into this afternoon. Then into tomorrow, we expect much more of the same, off and on showers and thunderstorms in the forecast. Here's how things look for us as far as the rainfall forecast. It shows the rain heaviest mainly south of I-80. I think that's possible. Today's high temperature 71. Showers and storms, variable cloudiness for us today. Tonight down to 60, mostly cloudy with showers and storms, maybe some strong gusty winds. And for tomorrow, well, just like today, more showers and possibly some thunderstorms. 71 on Thursday, though. We finally break this streak. We'll get some sunshine there. Friday, 75, and Saturday and Sunday, nearly 80. Back to you, Tim.
Thank you, sir. There is no sign of a let-up in the wildfires that have scorched Canada and covered the U.S. skies with smoke. The latest satellite imagery of the wildfires, there you have it, show them burning from coast to coast. About 44 million acres have burned this year compared to an annual average of 5.2 million acres, so big increase. Wildfire season in Canada typically runs from May to September, but Canadian authorities say it is expected to roll well into next month.
Well, for the first time in nearly 7 weeks, a small group of Lahaina residents were allowed to return to what's left of their homes.
And it was an emotional task, to say the least, sifting through rubble and family keepsakes that they could keep. Nikki Schenfeld has one family story.
This is the recommended equipment for coming inside of the burn zone, including a face mask. And this is all that's left of the Wales family's home that they built 50 years ago. And today, it's finding little things like this little teacup that are making them smile. This is what remains of the Wales multifamily home.
A movie story. It's like, wow, unbelievable.
Kids, grandkids, and great-grandkids all raised within this 7-bedroom house.
this is my childhood home. You know, I grew up here. The feelings is, you know, accepting it. Finally accepting. I'm going through grief, of course, and you know, we're still looking for 2 cats. We don't know where they are.
It's good to have a closure at least. Now I know it is gone, you know. Besides, I still had hope. Before, I still had hope.
He says he was hopeful they'd find more things. His baseball cards, autographed collector's items, and his wife's wedding ring are somewhere in all of this.
It's like endless ashes, you know, there's ashes everywhere. And you can't find literally anything. On this property, we found some plates that survived, I don't know how, and 1 earring in the whole 2 hours almost.
The first thing I found was my mother's jade bracelet, and I found another jade pendant, and I found a few rare coins that was also hidden.
She hopes they can clear everything soon so the family can remain together and rebuild.
If this splits up the family, it's going to be real hard. So that's going to be hard. I don't think I'll be able to take that because I live with my family my whole life, you know. And I don't know if my daughter and mom will end up leaving the islands. I don't want to leave.
Several organizations are helping residents sift through debris, and they presented Bibles to each family, too. The families recommend others bring buckets to hold on to items that are found.
That was Nikki Schenfeld reporting 97 people died in that fire. More than 30 remain unaccounted for.
Coming up here, the Supreme Court back in session with almost 1,000 cases piled up to consider.
And in today's Midday Fix, we're making cocktails without the booze, including the Sun Gold Soda. The gunman in a deadly mass shooting in Texas has been ordered to pay millions of dollars to the victim's family. 23 people were killed in the 2019 attack at a Walmart in El Paso. Police say it was racially motivated, and moments before, the white shooter had ranted online about Hispanics. In court, he agreed to pay more than $5 million in restitution. It's not clear, though, if that 25-year-old has the money. He pleaded guilty in July. He's serving 90 consecutive life sentences.
The Supreme Court starts a new term today with a closed-door conference. 950 cases have piled up. The justices need to decide which ones they're going to hear. The court has already decided to not intervene on the case involving the redrawing of Alabama's congressional map. That allows a court-appointed special master to propose a second district where black voters would be the majority.
All right, still much more to come on this midday.
Ahead at noon here, FEMA announces millions in federal assistance Cook County residents have already received, plus how you can be named the Bears International Fan of the Year. Could that be you, Patrick? Maybe?
Okay,
No?
yeah.
No. All right.
Not
And
so
later in
much.
lunch break, we're making a smoky duck and grits with Westtown's newest restaurant, Natari.
All right, in today's Midday Fix, we're making spirit-free cocktail recipes with Tim Lacey. He's the gentleman owner of the Chicago restaurant Atelier. We thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having
This
me.
kind of a thing is gaining momentum for a variety of reasons, Tim.
It is, yeah. You know, a lot of studies are showing that Gen Z isn't really big on drinking, you know, and people don't drink for a variety of reasons. There's been an explosion lately of non-alcoholic cocktails and spirits on the market lately, and we work with a lot of them. We've got a couple here.
And not your mom and dad mocktails. Here's a little bit, this is a
Yeah.
step forward.
Yeah. No, so part of what we do at the restaurant, we offer a tasting menu and a few different wine pairings, a couple different wine pairings, and a spirit-free pairing. So we've got a couple of drinks today that are on that pairing. And one of them is our Sun Gold Tomato Soda.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah, so It's Sun-Gold tomatoes are these little cherry tomatoes. They've got this really gorgeous natural sweetness and fruitiness to them.
So this is their color at fruition, right?
Yep.
This is what they're supposed to look. They're not premature by any means.
Nope.
They just have that pallor.
And so what we do is we cut them in half and then throw them on sugar for a few days and just stir it up every couple of days. And the sugar will draw out a lot of the liquid. So we get
What did you just put in there?
This is the Sun-Gold syrup.
Okay,
So
okay.
that's how we make it, is by macerating it in sugar. And then here I've just got some soda water.
Like it.
Oop.
I love your soda water dispenser too.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I really love these. These are really fun and make it
Conversation
really interesting.
starters
yeah,
too as
exactly.
well.
Yeah. All right.
Another one.
So just garnishing it with a little bit of a Sun-Gold tomato there.
Okay. Am I free to taste?
Go for it.
Okay, thank you. Delicious, very light too, and airy.
Yeah.
Oh, I can taste the tomato.
Yeah. Yeah, the tomato flavor itself kind of sneaks up on you.
That's
It's
good. Yes, it
really
is.
fruity up
It
front,
does.
and then on the finish, the tomato
Yeah.
creeps in. So the next one we're doing, it's called a calimocho. This is kind of an adaptation of this Spanish drink that's red wine and Coke. It started off in Basque Country. A couple guys had some wine that wasn't too great at that point, but they weren't about to let it go.
They're going to pivot. They're going to make it better.
So they added some Coke to it and it kind of took off from there.
So it's Mexican Coke, right?
Yeah,
I don't want
yeah.
to get ahead of myself. So,
Yeah.
do what you're
So,
doing there and explain what the Mexican
Yeah,
Coke's all about.
So first off, we have this de-alcoholized wine from Oddbird. It's a Grenache Syrah Mourvedre blend from Languedoc. So they make the wine and are able to remove the alcohol from it, or most of it. There's, I think, like 0.2% in there.
Okay.
So just adding that.
About halfway full.
Yep, it's equal parts. So then.
And the benefits of the non-alcohol, it's good for the skin, the digestive system. You're not feeling that hangover in the morning.
Exactly,
And on
yeah.
and on and on.
Yeah,
So
no,
people are
that's a big one.
choosing this not because they have to.
Right.
They have, they're in recovery or whatever, because they want to.
Right, exactly. And so here, yeah, we're using the Mexican Coke. This is different from what we typically see in Coke. It's made with actual cane sugar instead of corn syrup.
Real sugar.
Yeah.
Instead of that corn syrup.
And so to me, it just tastes a lot cleaner, I'm just gonna stir that up a little bit. And then get the garnish, and I'm gonna add a little bit of orange bitters here. This isn't traditional, but I think it just adds
I
a
think
little
cane
something.
sugar gets a bad rap because I would take that any day over to corn syrup.
Oh yeah, totally. Let's garnish that,
sure.
and just get a straw for you there.
Tell us a little bit about your place too.
So,
the decor and
yeah.
how long it took you to. This is essentially your baby.
Yeah, so like I said, we offer a tasting menu. It's 12 to 13 courses. Right now it's around 13 courses.
Looking at some photos right now, Tim.
Yeah, and so our chef, Christian Hunter, you just saw in that last photo in the background there, he came to us from Connecticut. He was a James Beard Award nominee this year.
All right.
So we describe the food as folk cuisine, fine dining folk cuisine, because there's a lot of international influences in his cooking. And one of his first days at the restaurant, he made this offhand comment about how he cooks the way he sees people eat. And I immediately realized that he's talking about like looking around and seeing people at the taqueria on the corner, or an Indian
Right,
place up
right,
on
right,
Devon,
right.
Things like that. So that's really what he cooks. So it's start talking about it as folk because it's very down to earth and is of the people. So we offer that tasting menu.
Is it a reservation required kind of a thing?
Yep, it's reservation only. You can make
And
reservations through top.
only a certain amount of people in the restaurant.
Yeah,
at
it's
a time.
tiny. We only seat 22 people.
Okay, I'm going to drink this.
Yeah,
and
go
I'm
for
going
it.
to thank you for your time, and I'm going to tell everybody. But first, let me drink this. That is super, super good. I like that. Can I keep this?
Of course.
Okay, Atelier is in the 4800 block of Northwestern Avenue in Chicago. It's Tim Lacey's place. Go check him out. He'll show you a wonderful time. Or check out Instagram or atelier-chicago.com for more information. Thank you so much for being here. Wish you the best.
Thank you.
Cheers. for me out loud, please.
1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, she's got you. Thank you.
Cool. Sick.
There we can see the showers as they continue across portions of northwest Indiana. That rain is going to continue off and on throughout today. We'll see more showers and potentially some thunderstorms redeveloping into tonight. Here's the 7-day forecast. 71 today, 60 tonight. Tomorrow's high temperature 70. Thursday, we're up to 71, and Friday 75. Back with more after this.
Yeah, 321, 321. Mic check, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Check, check, check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
This is Chicago's very own WGN Midday News.
Well, there's a potential for storms to turn severe as they move across the Chicago area this midday. Good afternoon to you. I'm Lourdes Duarte in for Dina Bear.
And I am Patrick Elwood. We thank you for joining us. Demetrius Ivory tracking the developments, including the possibility of a tornado.
Yeah, that chance is always there when we're talking about stronger severe thunderstorms. The good news now is that we're seeing rain, which is exiting our area. We are expecting to see more showers and thunderstorms come our way. We're going to watch each one closely. Can't rule out anything when you're talking about a severe thunderstorm. As you take a look at our Doppler estimated precipitation, this for the most part shows that the rain was heaviest as you look north. Here's a satellite radar composite. The rain right now is kind of isolated in the portions of northwest Indiana, a little bit across extreme northern Lake County, Winthrop Harbor area, maybe a little bit towards Waukegan, and also into Kenosha County. So Carthage College is getting a pretty good washing right now. As you take a look at how things are on the future outlook, this does show scattered showers and thunderstorms will potentially redevelop later today. Our primary threats today and tonight will be strong gusty winds, so look out for that. We're already seeing wind gusts up to 15, 20 miles per hour. They could get a little bit stronger in some of those downpours. Here's how things look currently. The stage is set with the moisture in place. If we get some sunshine, warm up a little bit, we will certainly, I think, see more thunderstorms develop. Our current temperature is 66 degrees, winds out of the east at 13 miles per hour. 64 right now for Chicago. Into Lansing, we're at 69 degrees, and 72 for Kankakee. These are the current wind speeds. Winds are out of the southeast between 5 and up to 15 miles per hour. Winds gusting to about 15 to even 20, 25, actually 28 miles per hour towards Kenosha, where it's raining right now. So again, strong gusty winds, our primary threat. Heavy rain also. Going to be on the lookout for that. Now you can see the low pressure system spinning out to our west. We expect to see off and on showers and thunderstorms into today. Some could reach severe levels. That chance there is probably lower than 20% though, so that's good news. 80% chance for rain though. Your high 71 tonight, down to 60. Tomorrow's high temperature up to 70. And then for Thursday, we climb to 71 with partly cloudy skies. When the weather's like this, you just have to embrace moments like this where you dry at least you're dry at least for some time.
A brief moment.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Republican U.S. lawmakers are here in Chicago holding a hearing on city crime.
Democrats, though, have refused to join in, saying it's nothing more than a political stunt. WGN's Eric Rung is covering the hearing at Police Union headquarters. He's joining us live with more on what's happening right now. Eric.
Well, good afternoon. The committee members are calling this a field hearing, and it wrapped up about an hour ago. They heard from 3 witnesses. 2 are retired Chicago police, and the third had his brother killed in gun violence last year.
Chicago is an active war zone. This is not hyperbole. It's the people who are afraid to leave their homes, to walk to and from work, to walk anywhere in this city. Would this same fear, would these same murders be accepted in the suburbs? Absolutely not. The soft on crime policies that many of you know about here are prosecutors like Kim Foxx, who refuses to prosecute, decriminalization of offenses, laws like the Safety Act, which ends cash bail and allow criminals back on the street to commit more crime, and the no chase policy, which constrains the police from doing their jobs.
Innocent people in Chicago are victimized by a justice system that cares more about political correctness than punishing the criminals who've harmed them and their families. For 11 years, Chicago has led the country in homicides, and has only gotten worse under State's Attorney Kim Foxx.
Republican Judiciary Committee Chairman Jim Jordan of Ohio leading off today's hearing with a statement on violent crime in Chicago, and Cook County State's Attorney Kim Foxx, as well as other elected officials, saying people in Chicago shouldn't be surprised at the level of crime due to the soft on crime policies. Democrats have called this hearing absolutely political, and no Democratic members of the committee were here. Crime in Chicago is up from last year, year over year, mostly due to large increases in car thefts and robberies. Retired officer Carlos Yanez Jr., who was shot during a traffic stop in 2021, went before the committee today. His partner, Officer Ella French, was killed that night. He told committee members officers have to work with their hands tied behind their backs and called Kim Foxx's office a revolving door for criminals. The third witness, a retired Chicago police detective, echoed a lot of the same points about Foxx's office and elected officials, as well as the feeling that officers do not have their support. Yesterday, Congressman Danny Davis said these members of Congress should be focused on avoiding a government shutdown, which is just days away.
They're trying to say they don't know, we don't know what we're doing. And they can't muster enough agreement within their own ranks to just get a bill to the floor to debate. So it's purely political. It will not work.
Now, we have reached out to Cook County State's Attorney Kim Foxx's office several times looking for a statement or comment about the field hearing that was held here today. So far, we have not heard back. We are live in the West Loop. I'm Eric Rung, WGN News.
In the meantime, Eric.